So, Jen is in a crisis. So, if somebody's in a crisis, please get help now that's appropriate. And a live stream, if somebody's having a mental health or some sort of crisis, please get the appropriate help. And this would not be the place to do that. Um, Everyone can gauge for themselves about that. Um, me being here on a live stream I don't have the capacity or the ability to help anybody that's in crisis. So please get help for yourself now and do what you need to do. And thank you for sharing. And if it's, not in a place where you need to reach out for help, like urgently, then I hope that this live stream is helpful and supportive, and as well as for everyone. Um, Everyone is welcome. I'm so glad you're all here. Hi, Angela. And so the purpose of our live stream today is we're going to be doing a collective channeled group card reading. I have Osho Zen Tarot here. And so this will be really fun and powerful. We'll deep dive into that. And then we'll do Reiki and Ancestral Clearing. And yeah, see what unfolds. I feel like I'm so ungrounded, or I just, not even ungrounded. I'm so excited. I feel like so much is happening and so much has happened. And I'm like, where do I start? And I feel like I'm a bit all over the place, and that's okay. But yeah, I think that the energies will settle, the messages will come through. Hi, Kieran. Hi, William. Hi, Alanit. So, yeah, I just was out on my motorbike for an hour in the rice fields, and I just got back. So, it's so beautiful in Bali. I would definitely recommend everybody to come to Bali if you feel the heart call. And if it is in retreat with me next year, or if it's on your own someday, that's fine too. So, I will be, as I said, returning to the US. I will be there for a month. I'm going to be leaving in 2 weeks. I can't believe it. I've already got a number of meetups planned with clients and friends, and some things like in the works. So, and I'm going to be in South Carolina if anybody's around. I don't have a car, so I will be limited in that. But yeah, also, there may be a possibility to rent one briefly. Yes. Carolyn. Did I say hi to you, Carmen? Also, a big announcement that I'm super excited for everybody here. The one trip I am taking is to go see Michael Singer in Gainesville, Florida, at his place called Temple of the Universe. So Alicia Bliss, who I mentioned I'm doing the retreat in Bali with, we met in Greenville, if you all don't know, like 20 years ago. So we've been friends a long time. So she's going to be in Greenville, South Carolina, as will I. And we are going to go to see Michael Singer because he talks 3 times a week at his center. It's called Temple of the Universe. And so we are going Sunday, November 24th. He will do a talk. He does one every Sunday morning. I don't know what time, but everyone is welcome to join. So, we're booked. We're already in. One of my coaching clients is already coming. Other people, there's still some, things unfolding to confirm. So it's an open invitation for anybody to meet us there. Yeah, for that gathering. It's going to be amazing. So if you want to join, just send me a message. I can share a little bit of, like, you basically, it's just a place you go, so you get to find your own accommodation near there. I think it's in Alachua, actually. It's near Gainesville. So would love to have you come see Michael Singer, meet me there. It's going to be freaking amazing. Um, awesome. Alanet in Florida. So maybe this is your time to come. And William, who lived in Greenville. Amazing. Awesome. Yeah, that's home. I mean, I wasn't born there, but that's where family is, and that's where, yeah, I grew up a lot of time. So that's where I will be. So yeah, I was super excited to make that announcement. Yeah, of course. That's like the super gentrified area now. So, if you are new to me, welcome, welcome. Please follow me here on Insight Timer. Give me a donation if you would like. You can do that through the app if it's helpful, if you feel that appreciation to do so. Follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Check my website. Check my meditations here. Another really fun announcement that's more kind of a personal announcement. It's a really big deal for me that's part of this whole coming back to the West, is that I am going to I've already enrolled in a coaching school. It starts in January and it's for 6 months. So that's a big part of why, I mean, that is the main reason I'm staying on the Western Hemisphere to do the school, because it's in LA. It's remote, but yeah, so it's for the next 6 months. It's a huge investment of money, the biggest investment I've ever made, and of time and of energy. And I know it's going to change my business and me. And, it's like, I don't know, it's just my up leveling time. And I feel it. So, yeah, super excited about that. So, yeah, just stay tuned. Thank you. Thank you, Carolyn, for the donation. Karen, visiting Greenville. So if you're going to be coming next month, Karen, I will be there. Otherwise, I'm going to Mexico. So thank you. Thank you, William. I've actually been coaching almost 4 years. So, um, yeah, I've had success, and I acknowledge that, and it's my purpose, it's my calling. I can't even have words to describe being a coach and how that's come about, and it's like next level. I don't even know, like, this school is so amazing. All my favorite coaches, that inspire me, like, one of them is on staff there. He's like a legend, and just the people that have gone through and how it's changed them personally and professionally. Yeah, it's really awesome. So, hi Sheila, thank you, Anna, everybody. Also, I made an announcement on my story. I bought some because Sheila's reminding me of this thing because of your presence. I bought some vanilla here, very reasonably priced, and I put on my story, if anybody wants some vanilla while I'm home, let me know. My thought was, if I see you in person when I'm in the US. And then I've had people reach out that I'm likely not going to see in person, which would mean I would need to mail it. I did buy a couple packets of the vanilla. So, I get to consider, like, the effort of the time of, like, going to the post office and buying packaging and doing all that and mailing it. I'm open to it. And also, it needs to be worth my while, because originally it was just like, oh, I'll buy some vanilla, and if I see you and you want to buy it, like, do like that. So, but I'm open to to mailing it, but I'll need to consider what that looks like. So Carolyn, yeah, you're on the list. I mean, it smells so good. I'm going to get it. It's right over here. Hold on just a second. And show it to you. Okay. Yeah, and I asked them because somebody had asked me about like how they sell it or whatever. And it's just like this. They just sell it like this, and it's just by the piece. And I think they said like 13 pieces, but I mean, it smells fake. Like I try it because I speak Indonesian, but I mean, I'm not like super great. So I wanted to ask, did you put like a fake smell on this? Because it smells so good. Like I'm like, this can't be real, but I mean, I know it is. I know they're not like whatever. They're farmers. They're not. But yeah, if I baked and if I cooked, like I would love this. So anyway, that's that. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's fresh. Like they grow it here. So I'm looking over here because it's time to get out our cards. So, hi, Britt. So now we're gonna jump into the card reading. Hi, Linda. Yeah, so if anybody wants to buy vanilla and make their own extract, that's a great idea. Oops. Ooh, the card popped out. It just totally popped. So here you go. Breakthrough. In traditional tarot, this, I believe, is the death card. Card number 11. Maybe there's a tarot reader here that can confirm that. So this is a time for you where you are coming up against a breakthrough. So for some of you, it might feel like you're in a breakdown or crisis. You might feel like everything is like pushing in on you and like weighing you down, and you feel contracted and you feel stuck and you feel small and you feel lost and you feel broken and you feel helpless, or you feel just like, when is this going to end, and super stressed. Or you might feel kind of like what I'm describing of like I'm already, I mean, I wasn't there anyway, but just like the breakthrough's already happening and the expansion's already happening. So whichever place you're in, know that this is coming. And one thing I say in my coaching is like, you know, if you feel like you're in a breakdown is like a breakthrough. It holds within it the potential for a breakthrough. Ah, thank you. 11 is the strength card. Oh, I think death is 13 maybe. Anyway, okay. Thank you for that. So, strength. I'm totally confused. All right, no worries. Hi, Gabby. So does this resonate with anyone? So it's like an encouraging message for those who feel like stuck. Know that everything is conspiring for you to have a breakthrough. And what I love about this image is it's like these bricks and these rocks. So it implies that there was like somebody that felt stuck, like bricked in or walled in or shut in, and that they have like broken these walls and broken through, and like the pieces are shattering. And so this energy is coming from you where you are lit up, like this energy that was like heavy and dark and stuck is actually the fuel that's leading to your breakthrough. So this is all here to help you, although it may feel otherwise. And, everything that's pushing up against you, that feels harsh, that feels strong, and it might feel like it's against you. This is a really big shift that you get to make, is shifting your mindset around, this isn't against me, this is actually here to help me. So how is all of this, whatever this is for you, because we're in a group here, so it's all different things. How is all of this, whatever the stress is, actually conspiring to give you what you want? So I've been working with that shift with my own life and my own self of, like, it's just natural. We think of things as stressful and difficult. And like, I wish that wasn't here. I wish it would go away so I could feel better. What if actually that thing is, like, holds within it what you want? So, like, something I say in my coaching is, like, the challenge is the opportunity. The obstacle is the path to give you what you say you want. So, I wish I had my other decks with me, but I'm on this mini vacation and I'm traveling, and I'm like, I'm just bringing one deck. So I do, before I shuffle to get clarifiers, I have to show that this is at the bottom of the deck. So this is your foundational energies for this reading, and for you to focus on your healing. This is, like I said, all here to help you heal. So the trauma or the loss or the grief or the limiting belief or the stress or the relationship, it's actually here to help you break through. I have one of my clients that comes to mind. They were saying recently about, like, they're here to heal their ancestral lineage, and there's a lot happening in their life. And actually more than one client has said that, but it's not easy. It's not easy to break generational patterns, and mindsets and energies and beliefs and structures. So, and also really give yourself self-care right now. Hi, Sharon. Can somebody not hear me? I don't know. I guess, okay. Sounds like you can hear me. The Wi-Fi kind of is up and down a bit. Hi, Butterfly Rain. Joanne, great comment. The fear, if what you want will work out, especially when kids or family or others may be impacted by our decisions, when it's not just us thinking of ourselves. Yeah, I totally get that. So that's where guidance can help, if it's this reading, if it's coaching, if it's therapy, if it's whatever, right? Being able to have an outside objective party can help us with those details and help us get clarity as well. So, but yeah, focus on that. Look at this beautiful energy. It's so powerful and beautiful. And just, yeah, it's like when you focus on your healing, you will be able to break through the generational shit. Okay, we'll leave that card out. I'm just so happy to be here with you, and it's been a little while, so I've missed you all. And yeah, I mean, life's been lifing and it's been amazing. Um, yeah. And Tony, I saw Tony come in. And y'all, like, if you're into nature and if you're into Bali and if you're into me, please check my stories in the past day. I mean, they're only around for 24 hours, but I've been grooving on the nature here, which I've been here many times where I am in Bali before, but I've posted these beautiful rice fields. They're 2,000 years old. Like, they have been rice fields for 2,000 years. It's a protected, UNESCO protected site. It's huge. It's so beautiful. Carolyn, I'm going to boldly say, go to Bali, come to Bali. That is a very clear message. Angela saw it. I mean, yeah, words don't describe. And guess what, y'all? So today, after this, I'm going to the beach. Not the beach that if you follow me, you see on my stories, like the touristy beach where I'm living, but a remote beach. And I've been there before, but if you want some truly like remote, natural, original Bali, just non-touristy beach viewing, and it's on the east, so it's going to be sunrise views as well, and I wake up before the sunrise, and I'm staying right on the beach. So I might actually, I don't know how long I'm going to be staying, but you have to plan live streams like 48 hours ahead. I might set one up now, like when I get off this live with y'all. And yeah, I would really, I don't know how the Wi-Fi is there, but I would love to show you that. But regardless, it'll be up in my stories and things. So anyway, okay. My Gemini is talking your ears off. So on my Facebook and Instagram, JE, sometimes on my WhatsApp, I'm posting more in there because some people aren't on social, but they're like clients that we're connected in WhatsApp. I also on my YouTube, you can post like photos and things. I posted something the other day, but that's not somewhere where I normally post. Yeah, they only stay for a day. In YouTube, they don't. So, great question. So here's some clarity on this message. How many times are we going to get this card, y'all? How many of you have seen this one like over and over and over and over? I'm like, I'm bored of this card. Obviously, there is a huge spirit message. I mean, there's like 78 cards here. Yeah, but so there's 3. That was the last one. And this card came to mind earlier. So we've got courage. We've got going with the flow. And then we've got totality. Really curious. Hi, Vicky. So, around this breakthrough, this is requiring courage of you. It's not easy. So it's really acknowledging like to be in this breakthrough. It's difficult. It's like, how many of you say, and I can raise my hand, I want spiritual awakening. I want spiritual growth. I want to live into my full potential. I want to, live my best life and, just, bring it on. Bring on the growth. Bring on the healing. Bring on the challenge. And then when it comes, it's like, never mind, I don't fucking want this. Like, no, I didn't mean that. I wanted the mountaintop. I wanted the meditating in the cave and with the guru in India. that I didn't want to have to like go home and see my mother, which is my, you know, like I didn't mean that. Birth canal. What is birth canal? I mean, I think I get it. But yeah, that's a great analogy. Yeah. That's really making me laugh. Thank you. So it's like we can't pick the path. We can't pick the journey. So just know that it's going to make you stretch and grow. I mean, that's what a breakthrough is. It's out of your comfort zone. It's a paradigm shift. Yeah. I love that analogy, Carolyn. You know, actually, in like spiritual teachings and stuff, and maybe y'all have heard this, it's like birth is actually more difficult than death. Coming into this human experience, and it makes sense if you think about it in a bigger view, that it would be much more painful to come into this world than to leave it. Mm. Cool, Ilana. 30 years as a light worker. So glad to have you here. So, so yeah, and like that birth control, no. Birth canal. Like, yeah, being compressed. I mean, the baby, like, their spine is still, like, fluid. Their bones are, their head, whatever, these bones are not fused because the head needs to, you know, move through the canal. And, you know, before we're born, we're in this beautiful, warm fluid, and all our needs are met as far as, like, you know, sustenance coming through the cord, and we're just in this warm, safe place. But of course, you know, there may be energetics and things going on, but generally safe. And then we're, you know, pushed through this crazy ass experience. And then, yeah, it's a breakthrough, being birthed into this reality. And then, yeah, we're screaming and being held, and then we have to breathe with lungs. It's like the caterpillar and the butterfly. Yeah. So, and you know, if you believe as I believe, it's like we choose our incarnations. We've been here many, 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 many times. And it's like when we get here, I mean, maybe that first cry as a baby, it's like, put me back, never mind, I don't want to do this. um, One of my favorite Ram Dass stories is, um, and it's from a Buddhist teaching, he didn't make it up, but he said, somebody asked Buddha, like, how many lifetimes have we had? And Buddha said, imagine a mountain, and imagine once, I think it's like once every 100 years, a bird flies over the top of the mountain carrying a silk scarf and brushes the top of the mountain. As long as it takes the mountain to become flat from the bird once every 100 years moving a silk scarf over it to wear it down, that's how many lifetimes we've had. Like, that's profound. And that is, I mean, how long would that literally take? So, we've done this before. I mean, the point of this is take courage And we've seen this card many times. Take courage. You know, if you feel uncertain, if you wonder if you're making the right choice, as somebody said earlier, like, trust the process. And I say this whenever we have this card, like, this daisy was a seed down here in the rock somehow, that somehow got enough water and got some sort of whatever to like bloom and come up through. I mean, this is a journey through a birth canal too, coming up through this rock and like through against all odds is blooming and growing through rock. I mean, before it came up here, can you imagine what it was feeling? Like, it was like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. It's dark, it's dark, it's dark. I don't belong here. It's rock. Where is the soil? Where is the sunlight? And it kept having courage to grow, and then it bloomed. And that, all of the energy that was within the seed to move it up into the light was within it. That's what I love about this image with the yellow energy around it. Is like, this came from within itself. So for you, and that's a theme with both of these cards. This energy, it's coming from within you. You have everything you need within you. You came into birth with everything you need. I think it's Ram Dass. Or no, it's Michael Singer. Michael Singer says that, like, if you were born into a human incarnation, you can handle everything that comes with being a human. If you incarnated, you have the willpower, you have everything you need. So don't, fall into thoughts otherwise. So this is like requiring you or inviting you. It's like do or die, now or never. If not now, when? This is your time. Hi, Amy. You have everything you need. Look, we've got the flowers here. So take courage. And courage requires faith. Courage requires trust. And so then bringing in the Michael Singer side of like, okay, all of this happened, and like all of these sort of like masculine energies here also going with the flow. So I say this often, surrendered action. Like personally, this is Karen, it's Osho Zen Tarot. Personally, I am in this place. I mean, this reading is for me as well. Of like, I have, the journey with all of this stuff happened for me. Like, I haven't wanted to go back to the US. I just haven't. And then last year or something was kind of like a very beginning, starting to be like, maybe you need to think about visiting. In the spring, I really considered going, and just whatever, didn't happen. And then in like, it just kept building, like July, August. I just was getting this strong intuition. It's time. It's time, it's time, it's time, it's time. Not even to wait till January. No, 2024, it must occur. So I booked, when I booked my ticket, I booked a round trip ticket back to Bali. This was less than 1 month ago. I bought my ticket, I think, on the 24th of September or the 26th. It's August 20th, and just in that 3 weeks or less than 1 month, everything's changed. A month ago, less than a month ago, I was like, okay, I bought a round trip ticket. I'm coming back to Bali in 1 month, or I'm going to go to, I was really going to like cancel it and go to Thailand or Sri Lanka and just be in the US for a month, trip home, see everybody, get back to Asia. I love it here. It's great weather in northern Thailand right now and Sri Lanka. And that was my plan. And then just this school became on my radar. I've been wanting to go to it for 3 years. And Melinda asked earlier the name of it. It's called the CFJ Coaching Success School. I had this idea of like, well, you're on that side of the world. Well, you could like pop into Mexico. I used to live in Mexico for 2 years. It's like, well, you could just go there for, a week. I mean, you're going to be so close, or a month. And then this school, it's starting soon. It's almost filled up. I've wanted to go to this school for 3 years, but living in Asia, I can't. So just like, oh, well, what about that? And then what if I stay in in that hemisphere and see what unfolds? So I'm sharing all this to share it within the context of this message of like, for me, how this breakthrough and action, but plus the surrender part has happened. So it was like, it started with an intuition. I took action on the intuition. I followed it. And this is what happens when we take action. It shifts things and it moves things. So like from wherever you are right now, you have a view of what you see things to be and a path that you see things to be. If you stay stuck, you're not going to know like where the path goes. You must take a step. I mean, it doesn't have to be buying a freaking $2,000 plane ticket, but it could be a micro movement. I mean, for me to get to that, I had to, do an internet search, right? So it starts with the baby steps. Because I took that action in buying that ticket, and then that shifted things, and then it, as something new, possibilities opened up. Those possibilities wouldn't have opened up had I not took that action. And then it's like surrendering to the flow, surrendering to the intuition, surrendering to the next choice that naturally seems to unfold, but then it requiring courage. I mean, for me to do what I'm doing is requiring, I mean, I've had to do this before a few times in life, or got to, but these are like life turning point moments. When I moved to Asia and left everything, in 2013, getting clean and sober. Oh my God, that's the biggest one of all. Becoming a coach, choosing to leave my job of almost 13 years for the total unknown. So it's like taking that action, even though I'm scared, even though I don't know what's going to happen. And then, surrendering to the process, surrendering to the flow. So it's not just go, 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 go. It's like this flow that happens. And really for you and me, it's like using your internal guidance system and really trusting that. So for me, like, when I went through this life transformational training 9 years ago, and that was a huge thing for me. It was an investment. I moved across the US to do it, and I really just went on my intuition. And I did actually tarot. I drew some cards, but there was such a strong feeling inside of me to do it. I followed that. So if anybody here is having some super strong feeling, like, this is your confirmation to follow that. And here we go with our beautiful totality card again. You're not alone. You don't have to do it alone. It's kind of like the whole like birth analogy thing of like, we're all in this together. We came into human form. We came into birth. Like, we're all freaking on trapezes here. We're all getting help, I mean, the trapeze itself might be looked at as like God or source or spiritual help or guides, or like the context of the reality in which we live. And we're all just kind of hanging on here, and we're all swinging, and we're all catching and releasing each other and supporting each other. So get that support and get that help. You don't have to do this alone. So whatever that looks like for you, I help people that are ready to move through and create breakthroughs and follow through and take actions and use their courage and use all of these things. In my life coaching, I do that. I also do card readings one-on-one. I do Reiki and Ancestral Clearing one-on-one. And I mean, it doesn't have to be with me. If you feel an intuition, take action on it, whatever that looks like, and with wherever that looks like. Thank you, J.E. Thank you for sharing that, because yeah, I was questioning. That's a pattern for me. But yeah, I mean, what's happening, and I mean, I am like, as far as like this school, like I said, like the financial investment, and I also just went into working with a new coach for myself. Like both of these investments together are like just the most amount of money I've ever invested in anything. And what it's about is, it's like I'm betting on myself. I'm trusting myself. I'm believing on myself. I'm betting on myself. And I'm valuing myself. And it's so powerful. It makes me like emotional. And and it's like my clients and the people in my life, and even family, like it's not just about business. I mean, even it's about you. Like when we break through and we go through this, everyone around us benefits. When we up level ourselves, everyone up levels. I mean, I say this often in the coaching of like, we're here to raise the collective frequency. We're here to, create a critical mass. Does anybody not know what critical mass means? And I might not explain it very well if anybody doesn't know, but that's what's happening here. And yes, Carolyn, I love that. Yeah, I feel so passionate. One coach that I follow, he's like, my purpose is to raise the frequency of the planet, and I feel that too. And it's happening right now. It's happening with us together. Kelly, thank you for speaking up. You're not the only one that doesn't know what critical mass is. Awesome, Alana. Yeah, I mean, this school is amazing. People, it's been going on 7 years. It's super popular. Like, the results that people have just within their personal lives and their professional lives is like super amazing. Yeah, but it's scary. It's super scary. Yeah. Patriot lady, yay! Glad to see you. 88 meditators. So, get the support you need, however that looks. Take that bold action and surrender, It's a combination. It's a combination. So that's your reading. I want to read. Oh, and I do have to say, I always look at the bottom of the deck. I usually don't do it like after I've shuffled again, but this has to be shared. Get out of your freaking mind. Your mind is not your friend until it is. Like, even with me, like this, moving to Mexico, I don't even know where I'm, like, after, seriously, y'all, I must leave the US, like, within 35 days. I don't know where I'm going. Like, beginning of December, I have no plan. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm going to Mexico, but I don't know where. Like, it would be very easy to get lost in this and stuck and then bogged down and then not take action and stuck, you know, and then just stay in the stuckness and not move into the breakthrough. So you've got to manage your thinking, you've got to manage your mind, however that looks for you. Like, I could very easily get super into worry, fear, what ifs, and because I'm in these card energies myself, I'm doing really well. But I've got people like waiting to catch me, I've got support. When I go to the US, I've got people to catch me. So, Britt, I did look at coming to LA briefly because one of my coaching clients from the UK will be visiting. It's just not possible this time. So, yeah, I'm going to be in South Carolina if anybody wants to visit. Or, Britt, maybe you missed the announcement. I am going to Michael Singer's place and I'm calling everybody to join that wants to. So, the date is set, November 24th, to hear Michael Singer talk in Florida. So those are the two places I will be. The Celestine prophecy, totally. I totally am with you. I never exclaim critical mass. I have so much that's wanting to come through, so thank you for bearing with me. But critical mass, and maybe somebody can jump in and explain it better, but I will try. So it's when there's enough momentum gathered, like where a bunch of small actions or energies like build to a point where it's like a tipping point. Yeah, I feel like I want to look it up on the internet. And I think like one example of it is the 100th monkey theory or analogy. Hi, Rose. Does anybody know the 100th monkey thing? Where it's like a monkey learns something and then it teaches it to other monkeys, and then like when the 100th monkey learns the thing, then like mysteriously and magically, like somewhere far away in another place on the planet, like another monkey spontaneously knows how to do the thing, and then it goes on from there. I'm probably mixing up analogies. So somebody jump in if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I want to read the breakthrough card. And I appreciate that y'all want me to visit when time and resources allow. That's definitely, on my list to, travel more in the US and be able to visit and see so many of you wonderful souls. So for now, I'm going to be in South Carolina for November. You're welcome. And even better, come to Michael Singer's Temple of the Universe, November 24th. I mean, this is going to be freaking amazing. Okay. Breakthrough. So, take this message in, because this was the main card of the reading. The predominance of red in this card indicates at a glance that its subject is energy, power, and strength. The brilliant glow emanates from the solar plexus, or center of power, on the figure, and the posture is one of exuberance and determination. I have to pause. So last week, I know it was Carolyn and somebody else, we talked about the power pose and the victory pose. That's what they're doing. Look, their arms are up. So that's a little synchro moment. All of us occasionally reach a point where enough is enough. How many of you are at a place, and I'm just asking now, how many of you are at a place where you're like, enough is enough? You're done being stuck. You're done being in this. And okay, I just picked up this card. Look at the other card. Stress. Your mind. Enough is enough. So this is a big message. And underneath that, maturity. Maturity. So it requires emotional maturity and spiritual maturity, I would say, to manage this. Because this is like we get into our inner wounded child. We regress into feeling like we're freaking 5 years old, and mommy's mad, and daddy's mad, and teacher's mad, and brother's mad, and we get lost. So it requires you to manage yourself and regulate yourself and look at the beautiful flowers in here, and to soothe yourself. Nobody is in your mind but you. Nobody can do this but you. Yes, we can have our support here, and nobody is in here. So stop creating your own stress by being over-identified with the mind. Do what you need to do and be gentle with yourself and do what you need to do. So another message there. So going back to reaching a point where enough is enough with all that shit. At such times, it seems we must do something, anything, even if it later turns out to be a mistake, to throw off the burdens and restrictions that are limiting us. If we don't, they threaten to suffocate and cripple our very life energy itself. If you are now feeling enough is enough, allow yourself to take the risk of shattering the old patterns and limitations that have kept your energy from flowing. In doing so, you will be amazed at the vitality and empowerment this breakthrough will bring to your life. I mean, this is all so spot on. I said that, the old patterns, the old limitations, the old beliefs. And see, this is what happened with me in this past month. I just was like, I've never gone all in on my business or on myself in a sense. And it was like, I'm going to go all in. It's time. If not now, when? I don't want to not do something out of fear and then always wonder what would have happened if I would have, moved to Mexico instead of coming back to Asia where it's safe and comfortable. What if, I would have invested and done that coaching school? For me, it was more like, I just was like, no. I would rather feel like I made a mistake by doing that than be in I wonder what would have happened. What if I would have done it? Same with being a coach. Like many of y'all know my story. Almost 4 years ago now, I had been at the same job almost 13 years. And it was a dead end job, whatever. It was okay. It was toxic. It was fine. Blah, blah, blah. And they told me, if you don't move back to the US, you have no job after almost 13 years. And I was like, hell fucking no. But what if I would have, my soul was screaming no. So I listened. But like, if I would have let this dictate my choices, I would have moved. I mean, logic would have said, it was in the middle of COVID. You have a steady job. You have this job for 13 years. It's got benefits and blah, blah, and holidays, and, it's COVID. Everything's crazy. You should move back. Like, that would have been the logical thing to do. If I would have let fear and stress and scarcity and lack dictate that choice, we wouldn't be here right now. I would have moved back out of fear, out of scarcity. And I mean, who knows what would have happened, but I mean, I just know we wouldn't be here right now, and I would have missed out on the best 4 years of my life. And so I feel like for me now, this is the same thing. And so for you to consider that as well. Enough is enough. Like, are you ready? Is it time? So, hi, Jalen. Very powerful. Okay, another card showing itself here. How many of you can borrow some of this energy? This energy, trust, courage. What would it look like if you trusted what's happening? I love the energy on this. It's so beautiful. And really, that's what I'm doing. This is what has been required of me to take this huge leap that I'm taking, is trust and courage. And two, I don't want to overstep this. I have support. I haven't, made this choice. I've gotten feedback, I've gotten support. I'm not doing it alone. So this helped me to tune more into this. And in the end, nobody can do this but you. You have to, sometimes it requires like letting go and falling and seeing then what happens. Yeah. So don't forget to follow me here on Insight Timer, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Give a donation if you feel called to. Reach out if you want support. And, whoever and with whatever that's with. So Amy, totally, that's great that you're aware that that's your biggest issue. And in this day and age, there are so many resources that are totally free, up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we are so lucky and blessed in this day and age of the availability of support. So this is great news. So it may be uncomfortable to look for that support. may require going outside your comfort zone and doing something new and different. And also, that's the question, like, is enough enough? Yeah. Thank you, Anna. Did I say that for the donation? Yeah, I mean, like, to get different results, we have to do different things. So, like, for me, like, the results I have in my life, even since making that decision to retire from a 9 to 5 job for 13 years and become a solo entrepreneur and become a life coach, that required that I do different things. And I bet on myself then. And actually, even then, I invested in coaching for myself then, and it required me to do very uncomfortable actions I had never taken in my life that got me results I'd never gotten in my life. And now here I am. I have been coaching exclusively, having my own business for almost 4 years. It has been it's been difficult, challenging, amazing, rewarding. I wouldn't change it for anything. I have zero regrets. So I feel like maybe for some of you, there might be something around you taking a leap into doing your own thing, whatever that means. And so even like I was saying, for me to go back to the West, to give my all in this school, because it's so easy and light, and oh, I get to live. And I mean, I'm not saying I won't be back living in Bali and Thailand, but you know, I'm doing something different to create different results. And we'll see what happens. So, now let's do Reiki and Ancestral Clearing before we go. This is bugging me. Okay. I'm just so excited, y'all. I'm so excited for me. I'm so excited for us. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for humanity. That's a great point, J.E. Totally. I think that's the most challenging area of all to work in. Yeah, because our health is everything. And also, people overcome health challenges. It is possible. It is difficult, and it is possible. So, yes, and it's possible. So, I really acknowledge that, the challenges of that. Yeah, totally. So, does anybody have a question about the Reiki, about the ancestral clearing before we dive into that? No? Okay. Glasses off. That means I can't see your comments until we finish. So let's close the eyes. And let's call in the energies of the cards, the breakthrough, which mentioned the solar plexus, the courage, which also is a solar plexus energy because it's yellow around the daisy in the card, the going with the flow, the totality card, the trust, the maturity. And just allowing these energies to surround, to guide. As I activate the Reiki, Daikomyo, Daikomyo, Daikomyo. I'm also going to activate Solvana, which are perfect. It's a perfect energy to guide and aid in breakthroughs. And I want y'all to tune in to your spiritual team around you. That team of support, of guidance, of love, of strength. It holds you in the vision of your highest potential for this lifetime and beyond. And just feel them gathered around you in a circle. If it's spirit guides, ancestors, angels, archangels, ascended masters, saints, gurus, animals. I know many of us have animal totems, animal spirits on the other side of those who have passed. They are definitely on our spiritual team and here. So definitely feeling that for y'all today, some of you especially. This is confirmation that your animal buddies, animal family are here also. Just with that unconditional loving presence and excitement and joy and lightness and fun. And may you learn to see yourself as they do. And just allow these energies to move in through around you, your mind body, calling them in. And this is multidimensional healing. So it could be physical, the physical body, and also mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual, financial, and ancestral, generational, in the causal body, in the soul, in the etheric body, and the anatomy of the soul. This is all working in all levels, all times, past, present, future, parallel realities, universes. Notice sensations, emotions, energies, movements, yawning, laughing, crying, just anything may occur. Just allow any sounds or noises just to move in through and around you. As I may hum or tone, just allow that to wash through you as well, as it also brings healing. Allow it to ground you. Allow yourself to feel more centered. More and more soothed, relaxed, calm, going with the flow. And at peace. Infinite Creator, all that you are, we love you. Thank you for loving us. We humbly ask that you open, bless, expand, lead, guide, and direct us into your perfect light, love, and life in all ways, completely, now and forever. Please and thank you. For all who are hearing my voice, all of our family members, all of our relationships, all of our ancestors and all of their relationships, through all relevant time, space, and dimension. For all hurts, wrongs, judgments, and burdens, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual, and financial, through thought, word, or deed. Please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us. Completely and totally, please and thank you. Please help us love and bless each other, love and bless ourselves. Be at peace with each other and at peace with ourselves. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. So be it done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to come back to a wakeful state, you can go ahead and open the eyes gently, slowly, easily. Thank you all for joining. This was fun, and I will be having my live streams around this time for the next 2 weeks. I am leaving 2 weeks today. I am arriving on election day, which I wasn't aware of. And it is what it is. I just want to make sure, like, whoever's out, like, in voting, that, like, there'll be enough people to get me through immigration and the airport and all of that. So I get to trust. Thank you, Carolyn, Kelly, J.E. Yes. Lots of relaxing and releasing. Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much. So I think I said this to somebody the other day in a call, that, our beloved Saturday Night Lives, I'm going to see, but they may turn into Sunday morning lives. Because for me, they've always been Sunday morning lives, and morning is my best time. Nights, I'm not so fresh. Not to say I can't perform, but yeah, we may be having a breakthrough and having changes to where they are moving to Sunday morning lives, but we will see one day at a time. I can guarantee you for the next 2 weeks we will be meeting around this time. They're already scheduled. Yeah, in the first week of November, I am basically going to be offline. I mean, for my current coaching clients that I'm, like, actively working with, I will be still available and like, in touch. And jet lag coming from west to east is easier than going from east to west. Um, yeah, and just anyway, I'm gonna be landing for a week. So, so yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna schedule like the first alive on that Saturday, on that weekend that I'm there. So we'll see. And it joined my group, Natalie's Healing Circle here in Insight Timer, and then you'll get, I'll make an announcement in there. Don't forget to follow me here, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Give a donation if this was helpful. Yeah, reach out if you want to connect more one-on-one with me. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, thank you. So glad you were here. Holding the vision we may be able to meet, and also knowing that, yeah, for all of us, like, we have lives and things, and, but yeah. JE, in Bali right now, it is 9:42 a.m. So I'm at this moment 12 hours ahead of Eastern. When daylight savings happens, then it goes to the whatever 13. But that will soon be totally different. Like, y'all, I have never been in the Western Hemisphere since I've been a coach, since I've been on Insight Timer. So it's a big deal in that way too. Like before, when I had a job, like whatever, it was just nothing. But yeah, I've never been a coach in the Western Hemisphere. I've never been in the same time zones as everyone. So yeah, it's just going to be different. Breakthrough, change, trust, courage. I mean, I know it's going to be good. It's just be different. So thank you, Roxy, for your donation. Good to see you. Like, I didn't even know you were here because, yeah, for some reason, if somebody doesn't have a profile pic, it doesn't show you going across the bottom of the screen, which is totally fine. But yeah, that means I don't know you're here. So glad to see you. I will see y'all. I'm going to see about scheduling a live from this remote beach I'm going to be at. We'll see. But for sure, yeah, I mean, I'll see you guys soon, regardless, even if it's in a week. But hopefully sooner. So much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. Blessings. Monica, you're welcome. Thank you all. Kelly.